to see the girls. Yeah, baby. It's them. I won't carry the 4th helicopter, which is redundant. If I kill it all together, you know, I'll have parts for it anyway, but if I kill it all together, then I'll just buy another one for $47. It takes about 2 weeks for them things to get here. Let me get my sunglasses. What day is this? The 3rd, maybe? God almighty, we had a blast yesterday. Probably the 4th. We drove around on the boats. What's today? Oh, it's the 3rd. That's our air temperature inside and out. Notice our humidity. Yes, we live in Florida. Well, what we're going to do now, kids, if you will, is we're going to go test out my new eyes. I haven't flown in the direct sunlight yet. Fixed wing down at the lake. Let's go see how my eyes tolerate that. I did fine the other day out on the boat.
Welcome to HTX. Switch warning. Flight mode 3.
Today's big mission was to bring me to the dentist and get my cleaning done. And
Switch
then
warning. Throttle hold. Flaps up. High rates. Stabilization on.
in doing so, they had to put in they have a marker post for my bionic tooth that'll be going in, and it came out the other day. And I'll tell you, my pal Dale has an immune system like no other. Holy moly. Your old pal Brian has a healing system like you don't know. I told them the 26th of December that I wasn't gonna, there's my neighbor lady, I wasn't going to, they told me I wasn't going to be able to, because of my time frame, leaving March 24, getting this bone graft and all that done. They said, yeah, you're going to be leaving too early. You need about 90 days or so to heal. I healed up in 1 month. He says, man, you're ready to go. So I'm going to get my bionic tooth before I leave. I'm going to say hi to my neighbor lady. Hi, lady! Don't I look a sight? This is how I get the babes. Huh? Oh, thank you. Yes, both eyes are good, and I'm getting a bionic tooth. That's Miss Denise. She loves me, and I love her and her family. They look after my house while I'm gone. That's significant because people think it's important, and it is, I guess, on some degree, to have this great family. Well, you don't pick your family. So on my side of the family, it's all bad with the exception of my son. Ooh, speaking of which, his wife has asked us over tomorrow night for, we'll talk about that in just a second, for dinner at their new home. And her parents will be in attendance. So back to friends and family. My friends become my family. Family can't travel with me. I traveled all over Florida and had to move all over the place. And I found that your friends were typically better than your family by a long margin. And it's the truth. They've just been amazing. My wife's side of the family a lot better. You know, there just aren't any of them left. But I moved into this neighborhood off of 5 acres intentionally to socialize my child and have neighbors that you can count on while you're, in my case, I'd get deployed to different places. I got deployed to Mississippi. And they can kind of look after your gear while you're dealing with that. So come for a walk with me, and let's see how my new eyes do. Look at those thugs. Gang members everywhere. You see them things? They're the best. Alrighty. I'm going to use Kip's boat for putting in the battery of the other one. We're just going to do a couple short flights today. You poor people, you've had to endure me. I do want to give you a break in that if you say to yourself, man, I am not interested in listening to my old pal Brian's blather and piffle. Oh, for goodness sakes. Give yourself a break. It's horrifying.
Throttle active.
Alrighty, let's try this. Taking off. Cynthia and Gretchen, y'all are embarking on an insane journey. These radios are amazing. If need be, if you want to program in a helicopter and you just want to cheat, which I don't recommend, but I'm here for you, and I have I can have the settings that I would give to Dale, and he would get them to you. But I think Dale may even have them. I'm not sure. I can't remember. What kind of bird's that? What is that? Osprey. We called them fish hawks back in the day, because they're big fish eaters, and they're very, very similar.
4 minutes.
Takes a second to figure out whether they're a bald eagle or not, because they similar. Ooh watched me fly in my front yard the other day. He's lucky because he might end up watching me fly in my dang trees. It turned out really nice. Not flying into trees. All happy not to be flying into trees. Trees bad. See if I catch a little glimpse of him. He don't want nothing to do with my plane. He does not. We'll see if in post-production I'll see if there's a glimpse of him. Is he way high? Actually, so am I, for that matter. 125 feet high. Yeah. So let's talk about this. Getting me a bionic tooth. Luckily, I healed up so fast. I was nervous because I didn't want to have to get a bionic tooth while I'm on the road. You know what I mean? Hard to get dentists when you're on the road. What else? Yeah, my Pelican case for my helicopters came in today. Yes, Dale, no room for the transmitter. It goes in another case. I have 5 Pelican cases now. And by Pelican, I mean Bob's BS cases. Yeah, intentionally there was 2 of them. One was for 81 bucks, and one. This is the depth of my cheapness. There's one for 81 bucks on Amazon, and they would not accept free returns. You'd have to return that to your vendor on your own dime. Now, that's a black vulture you see in the distance, if you could see that far.
2 minutes.
So no bueno. I languished and anguished. I'm like, you just buy the cheap case, and I did. And it's great. There's nothing wrong with it. Pluck foam worked out all right. I went to YouTube University to learn how to do pluck foam, and I learned 2 things right off the bat. You can cut that stuff with a bread knife, which I never considered. I always had a hard time cutting it. And you can outline your stuff with either, well, they said matchsticks, but you could actually use. It's interesting to see a osprey soaring. They don't generally soar. That's a red-shouldered hawk you might hear in the distance. The other thing is you can just use chalk to outline whatever it is you're going to do, and just knock the chalk off.
1 minute.
The chalk powder, I didn't even do that. But yeah, here's girls, here's Lake Majori. in full-on sunlight. It's absolutely beautiful out here. This is where I fly my water planes. I've actually got some batteries charged. I might mess y'all up and slip back down here and do some flying with the Beaver.
30 seconds.
And the Icon, my go-tos. I actually need to. Well, I gotta get this thing over here because these batteries are old, and I give them a fudge factor, right? Landing.
Throttle hold.
Okay, so because I'm mildly scatological, let's review, not in any particular order.
Telemetry lost.
I can see, and it's not bothering me. It's bright out here, but it's not bothering me. I found that out on the boat the other day. That was the first time I'd been on the water on the boat, and since the new eyes, and holy crap, that's something. We gotta change our model here. Oh, and good on you, Dale, for getting your touchscreen sorted. I'm pleased. That's a big deal. I gotta figure out where all my models are. This is insanity. Where are they? That's a Beaver. Why is... bear with me, guys. Let's see if I can... Oh, there it is. Yeah, when I updated, man, it changed things, not necessarily for the better. There it is. Yay.
Switch warning. 0 volts. Throttle hold.
Oh, I was able to send Pascal.
Stabilization on.
I never send anybody any money. I sent old Pascal some jack so he could continue his efforts. Holy crap.
Battery critical.
Because
Let
me tell you who's not.
Lost.
Let me tell you who.
Battery critical. Low battery. -3 telemetry recovered.
Let me tell you who's not going to be reverse engineering anything to figure out how to get stuff on a multi-protocol module. That's going to be me. So I need the Pascals of the universe that turn out they can make a little money and make a whole bunch of people like me happy. Holy crap, all that's so cool to be able to just plug in his values on a multi-protocol module. Make sure we got some control surfaces. Just need a few. Alright. Holy crud. Somebody observed here a while back that every time you take out one of these, you gotta...
12.2.
That was my buddy out, my flying club buddy. He goes, man, every time you take this damn thing out, you gotta retrim it. And I'm like, yeah, yes you do. They are made out of pool noodles. Whoop. I got it diving. Yeah, don't want it diving.
volts.
We're gonna see if we can't get her trimmed in. I gotta get it. Got a little breeze, so it's difficult to, there we go. Sort of. It's always gonna pull because of I did not do differential thrust and all that other stuff, not on this thing. It
11.8 volts.
did not require. Man, I got so good at flying this thing though on the road. It was amazing. That it? Yeah, we're gonna call that it. That'll do it. All right, let's do a few of them. All right, I told you I've been scatological on my stuff with y'all.
11.7 volts.
um, eyes are working good. Getting a new bionic tooth. There's a chance that when I go over to my son and daughter-in-law's house that I'm going to get reported that I'm going to be a grandfather.
11.6 volts.
Let that sink in. They've been trying, and if so, then that will color my travel plans. I mean, I hate to be, you know, but let's be honest. That's going to color my travel plans for the future, and what a great way to get screwed out of traveling. She, the daughter-in-law, even asked. She said, "You know, if we have a kid, is that going to change your travel plans?" I said, "Absolutely."
11.4 volts.
Yeah, we're going to be there for them as needed. She's comes from a very wealthy family, and her mother will probably hire a nanny. But I think we will be quite handy initially. What else? Congratulations on scoring the TX16S, ladies. George, it's always fun to catch a little something from you out flying. AMRC, is it Romania? My God, wherever you're at in Romania, it's absolutely exquisitely beautiful. Yeah, I hope you get your bell sorted. And that's it for me. I mean, I'm not talking about blather. I have endless blather. I mean, it's Jesus. You know, I almost feel bad for y'all. I love these planes. I just do. I mean, I beat that one up. I think George saw me limp it in on one motor one time. Holy crap. So stupid. Yeah. Love these things almost as much as I do my little helicopters. Yeah, I'm doing well. I may have to slip down here with a 1.3 meter aircraft and give her a go. I got my canoe. I think I left my twin paddle down here intentionally. I say canoe, I've got a
11.2 volts.
Oh, I love voltage call out. Holy crap, it is so nice. On my big one, my expensive, which is expensive to me, 220 bucks, or 300 actually with all the batteries and Amazon. I tell you, I was flying this thing out here and I noticed that I even with my bad eyes, I'm like, man, it looks like them wings are trying to flex. Sure enough, the spar, which is made out of wood, had knocked itself loose.
11.2.
Like, man, that ain't right. So yeah, I got all my pluck foam done. My carrier, I'll be able to carry all that stuff in my rig. And one of the things that really hurts me is a hanger rash, you know. And putting everything in a proper box keeps it organized, reduces hanger rash. Yeah, much better. My flying buddy called me while I was napping. I'm smart enough to put my phone on do not disturb when I lay down. I only got like a 20-minute nap today, and I've been up a bunch in the night. God, my wife and I partied yesterday like it was 1999. And in doing so, we were out like a light come the early evening.
11.1 volts.
Yeah, I gotta come back down here. I'll take the truck down. I think I gotta look and make sure I can get through. we're getting excited. It's 2 months from rolling, and
11 volts.
I mean, I'm sweating. Y'all don't know this, but I'm sweating, and it's not hot yet. Wait till Thursday. Holy crap. But it's 80 degrees now, and it'll be 80 degrees or 84 degrees Thursday. So, all right, let's make the battery alarm go off. Well, maybe not.
Volts.
Don't you love voltage telemetry? It's the best. Yeah, it's also fun kind of learning Norwegian. Some of the words they translate over to English pretty easy. Otherwise, if Google, YouTube sometimes translates and most times not. And actually what I end up doing is taking a picture of the girls.
10.8 volts.
Yeah, we're getting close to landing time. I get a picture of the girls' conversation, and then I copy and paste it because I can't copy it out of YouTube, and paste it in the translator, and it works perfectly. I actually did that with a German guy, Horst, H-O-R-S-T, also known as Spider Mike, 71 years old, super nice guy, fellow RVer.
6 volts.
Landing.
Throttle hold. Throttle hold.
Just how fun is that? I think I just saw the camera get knocked off. I did. Oh, I think I might leave that in there. Doink. Alright. Hey, maybe I'll come back here in a few minutes, huh? What do you think? Y'all can walk back with me. See how far I go when I do my stuff.
10.8 volts.
Well, I don't see my camera shutting off, so it may or may not have. May or might not have worked. Yeah, I'll unplug that when I get home. You'll listen to the voltage call outs. Let's see, can I get in here with my truck? This guy is so nice. If I can get past it, I can go down this side. Oh yeah, I think I got it.
10.8 volts.
I think I got it. Let's see. Yep. Yep, I can go right past it, right now. All I gotta do is just move my garbage can out the way. Perfect. Yeah, you see how the voltage rises when there's no appreciable stress on the battery or load on the battery. But yeah, oh, and my attorney's son just had a baby, so I'm all happy. God, it was a big one. I forget what it was, 9 pounds or something. They had to take it by C-section.
10.7 volts.
Holy moly. Yeah, I think I'm gonna throw a blanket on the back of the truck and drive it on down. That'll be what I do. Thanks as always for hanging. I'll be back. This is the radio I'm giving to my buddy. I'm back. Yeah, that thing's probably 15 years old. He's a Spectrum fan. Plus, it goes to the helicopter that I give him. I'm not interested in those collective pitch helicopters anymore. I'm too old. Well, I don't know if I like that or not.
Welcome to HTX. Switch warning. 0 volts. Throttle hold. Flaps up. High rates. Stabilization on. Switch warning.
Ooh.
Hold. 0 volts.
Yeah, that's kind of the downside about this radio, this particular one anyway. It almost literally looks like a twin otter. Unfortunately, it's got a small processor in it. You know, these guys are kind of cobbling these things together, and they're what?
No battery. RSSI critical.
Oh, I was swamping it. Swamping it.
12.5 volts.
Oh, that'll work. You just need 12.5 volts to get us out and about. So yeah, I feel confident enough in my vision that we're going to take this little joker for a fly. Why not? Yeah, I don't like this. Knocks down the vegetation, which would be okay, but I'm not digging this.
12.5 volts.
Yeah, just do a little stumpy stomp here. Want this grass to grow without me being anywhere on it.
6 minutes.
So we will do something different. And drive down here. Yeah. Once it starts raining, it'll be good.
Throttle active.
Keep us so
Throttle
nice.
active.
Nice. I'm going to wade out here. People ask me about alligators. Yes, there are alligators in every body of water in the state of Florida. Every one of them. Oh, and I know I was going to tell you something sad. So Ellie's got some miles on her. And the first, I don't know, 6 or 7 years of her life, she came down to the lake with me. And down here, we enjoyed about, I don't know, 20 foot of sand beach because we'd kind of been in drought for a bunch of years. But we have since come out of drought, and in doing so, we have all this vegetation, and we got some new neighbors, and they got dogs, and I just didn't want to bring her down here. And she's kind of getting old, and I didn't want her getting hung up in this vegetation swimming around. So
12.1 volts. 5 minutes.
she hadn't been down here in the last couple of years because of her age and the water being high as it is. But I might slip down here with her. When we get the new puppy, I might. I just got to pick my times. They've got 3 head of dogs, my neighbors do. I just need to be here when they're not here, because we do not want a puppy fight. I think they got one of them. All of them are good except for one of them. He's a wee bit aggressive. That's kind of sad because we're finding that out as a you know, that we haven't the only animals I think we've engineered harder than cows is dogs.
12.1 volts.
So funny to listen to people go, yes, I had to use the rudder in that airplane to get it to turn. I'm like, well, don't you always use a rudder in coordinated turn? No? yeah. Apparently you don't come from helicopters.
4 minutes.
Because I come from helicopters, man. You gotta use your rudder. Let's see if we can do a little loop-de-loop. I don't know. Oh, yeah, we got it. Yeah, these aren't sport planes. I've got 1,000 flights on this, easily. And it shows that the
12 volts.
it shows that our capabilities are such that that this hand-eye coordination allows us to do this little hobby here and others. Perishable skill. I mean, it's wildly perishable. You know, I haven't flown fixed wing in months until the other day, and you know, because I had to, you know, I got these new eyeballs, and you're a little rusty.
3 minutes.
McMoyer, it's fun to see you out there. Ox sent me a note. I need to respond to it. That
11.8 volts.
he's got in the business of he does not dabble. So anything that he's into, it's balls to the wall. Icon. So he sent me a private note on some goodies that he purchased. Maniac. Icon. There she is. That's a nice thumbnail there. I can never find it. If I'd have listened to my voltage call out, I'd probably know.
11.6 volts.
So somewhere
10 minutes.
Somewhere around the 2-minute range. I can fly this thing for 15 minutes easy. Bore y'all to death. Gretchen's mother thinks I have a nice accent. That's very kind of her. It's funny when you talk to Southerners, we don't think we have an accent. When you talk to Northerners, they don't have, Westerners, nobody thinks they have an accent. Yeah, I'm trying to be careful. I get over there to the left, man. That's where I crashed my Twisted Hobbies puddle star right there in the trees to my left. I had to get a ladder. Jeez, it was almost out of range.
11.6 volts.
So don't have anything planned super important through the balance of the week. I had a pull part break today and it needs to be replaced. I was able to fix the other pull part, but this one, it's identical. And no, it's got some kind of, you love intermittent problems you can't diagnose. Holy crap, I blew a fuse in it today. Now this is weird, Dale. I blew a fuse in it today, a 3-amp fuse. I shorted it. I was using my meter to measure some outputs and crossed a line and blew the onboard fuse on the board, and in doing so,
20 seconds.
that's a good one. In doing so,
10, 9, 8.
I go ahead. It's a bizarre glass fuse. It's
4.
we'll wait for her.
3, 2, 1. Timer 1 elapsed.
It's a bizarre glass fuse from 30 years ago. It's on my pool board, is what it is. And it's 5mm by 20, and it's not a slow blow. My neighbor had a slow blow. Of course, I had one fuse, and it was a 5-volt fuse. And what was weird was I popped that thing in there, and the board did not light up. I'm like, holy crap, I killed it. I probably took out a fuse and a diode. So I get to looking around, and I says, you know what? Let me go ahead and get a wind's blowing behind me. Let me get a car fuse, an automotive fuse, a 3-amp fuse, and some clip leads and try that. Bingo, it worked. I do not, I'm not kidding you. I do not know that other fuse. It measures. It measures continuity. I don't know what's wrong with this fuse.
11.2.
It did not like it though. So I was all happy. I didn't have to spend $2,000 on a new system. I stopped fooling with that system and trying to diagnose what's wrong with the all right, I have to wait for it. Yeah.
Throttle home. Throttle home.
Yeah, stopped diagnosing and got the system running, and I have a new part coming in, hopefully in the next few days. Hopefully. See ya. Oops, let's not get water on the radio. We know what happens when that happens, don't we, Steve? Holy crap, things go awry. All right, we're just gonna hot do this. You can walk up with me. The Beaver has antennas on top, and when I broke them off on flight 497, I decided not to worry with them anymore because I didn't like pulling that, unsnapping that piece all the time. So as history moves forward, I'm trying to be a little more kind to the scaleness of this. So let's, I'm gonna need flaps today. Let's, Dale's got flaps on his icon.
11.6 volts.
Trying to be easy
Telemetry lost.
on the little devil. And make it pretty as long as I can, and then one day I'll drill it to the point to where it won't be salvageable. And 'cause I'm here to tell you, everything and everyone has a crap out date. Boy, I tell you what, you know, obviously I wax existential. That's my job, right? That is existential. If that doesn't translate into Norwegian, just think philosophy. I'm an armchair philosopher.
11.6 volts.
And one of the disturbing things I tell people, whether they want to hear it or not, is that our time is short. And nobody gets out of this alive. No one.
Warning. Flaps up. Stabilization on. Oh yeah.
And poor Dale's heard this about 10,000 times, but I'm not suggesting that people walk around in a state of hypervigilance, that is, vibrating with the knowledge that they're going to be worm dirt eventually. But what I do suggest, at least for me, is to make use of the time that we have here, not being a self-righteous, angry, entitled turd, but moreover realize that people's different, everybody's different. Some would say that I'm very different. And yeah, chill the F out a little bit. That's all I'm suggesting. That it might be beneficial to chill the F out. I was talking about traffic in Europe with my friends, and they're like, how was it? And I go, 67 days I never saw one automobile accident, not one. And what I observed with the drivers, very simply, was that they actually were unbelievably courteous to each other, like startlingly courteous. And here in Florida, when you're driving and somebody, and now not heavily cut you off in traffic, but just cut you off in traffic, people, and I've done this, people will wish death upon those folks. I've talked about this before. Death and destruction.
Flaps down.
Like they just cut them off in traffic, and they had to take their foot off the brake or the gas. I've done this, and I'm like, man, I hope you and your dog and your children and your grandmother die for having given me the transgression of making me have to brake.
Throttle active. Reflex. Flaps down.
Hang on.
Flaps down. Flaps up. 11.9 volts.
I think I got a rudder. It's not a very pronounced rudder.
High rates.
About now. Oh, much better.
11.9 volts.
Note to self. Check your control surfaces and your radio stuff before you take off. It might be beneficial. I love flying down here in the morning. So the sun's to my back right now, and in the mornings it's back to my right. And that changes a bit with seasons. Yeah, there we go. I got rudder. And I need to not stall this dang thing. Remember, I tip stalled it here a while back and about messed up. I'm a little nervous with it because it's so beautiful and it's been so long since I've
11.7
flown.
volts.
And up high we have a bit of a breeze, so I'm just going to kind of, if y'all will forgive me. First of all, I'm not an acrobatic pilot, so off me. But forgive me for the exceedingly boring flight. God, she's beautiful. Oh, and I can see it at a distance. Now it's 100. See if I can remember that shore directly across from me with the grass. Can you see it? That's 160 feet away. My whole lake is about 67 acres. And I used to fly all the way to the other side of the lake 160 feet away. I think it's 160. Well, it might be further.
11.3.
You know, I've only been living here for 30 years and flying here and doing all kinds of other stuff for a long time, so. It's so quiet. That's what's cool too, you know. The Australians are real funny about stuff like cameras on streets and noise. Like they're like really funny about noise pollution. Let's see if we can get her close enough without running her into a tree. Beaver.
11.3 volts.
So somewhere around 11.3 volts. Same thing on the other one, was 11.6, I think. These are those shorty 2200 batteries, and I just don't have any kind of discipline when it comes to this stuff. Obviously, like taking off today without checking the flight control services on this one. I did on the other three. Get excited. I hear you, Mr. Froggy. It's so warm. Frogs are out. Isn't that crazy? So what I wanted to kind of see if these were actually, you know, if I end up having to put in 800 milliamp back in, usually I have to do 800, 900,000. If it's for real, a 2200 in that fashion, but I think it is. Hell, I could have flown that Icon for a week to 10 days. So Ox, just so y'all's know, I don't know if he shares with you or not, but he just got his, he got a bionic shoulder. Sure did. So he's got that going for him. I think it's his second one. His second bionic shoulder.
11.2 volts.
You can tell which way the wind's blowing. Beaver. Let's not screw up here, kids. God almighty. All right, my vision's pretty good. I'm all jazzed about it. Let's not tip stall. Oh, that's not bad. Really, if you think about it, I mean, I'm flying right toward me.
11.2 volts. Oh yeah, that was the right switch.
See ya. Yeah, man, that was fun. Yeah, I've been flying down here for many, many years. And like I said, I used to have my dog out here. And I might bring her back down when nobody else is around, just let her swim. She loves to swim. She's getting so old. Oh, we got her blood work back from the vet. The vet says she's good to go. So we're happy about that. Yeah, I think this is where he had his boat parked. I just want to mash that stuff down. And I don't think we'll be bringing the truck down here like that anymore. What I'll do is I'll bring it down and just turn it around right here, do a several point turn. I don't mind. That was kind of how I rode around the woods anyway, a 900 point turn. Well guys, you're going to have about a half hour to sift through. I'll apologize right now and say that I'm sorry that you have been foolish enough to listen to my blather, piffle, balderdash, and associated poppycock. Ooh, sorry. And wish you a joyous day, a joyous week, a joyous month, a joyous year, wherever you're at. A joyous life. Because it's so wonderfully short. And you'll hear my take on that one down the road a piece about how we really do need to have a finite lifespan. We really do. It's the beautiful thing of life. And that's enough of me waxing philosophical, existential. See ya.